And welcome back. We head to Game 9. I'll be your host for this game as Averett University is going to take on Salem College here in Game 9 at the USA South 2019 USA South Conference Tournament. I'm your host, Joseph Swanson, bringing you today's action. Looks like the coaches are meeting here at home plate, so we'll go ahead with the starting lineups for today's game. First, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Cougars of Averett University. Leading off will be the third baseman, number 16, Kaylin Aheron. Batting second, the right fielder, number 13, Aaron Rankin. The shortstop, number 15, Hannah Thompson, will hit the 3-hole, followed by the catcher, number 12, Anna Coleman. The designated player, number 11, Bree Murphy, will hit 5th. Zamaya Mangum, number 23, will be batting 6th and playing left field. Taylor Bailey will get the start on in the circle for the Cougars here in the 9th game. She's number 6. Nicole Cawthon will get the start at third base. Number 21, Casey Cook, number 17, she'll get the start at second base. And then Taylor Hodges, number 10, will get the start in the flex role. She'll be playing in center field. And shifting across the board to the home team for this game, the Salem College Spirits. The shortstop, number 17, Amanda DeCanto, will be leading things off, followed by the second baseman, number 43, Brittany Morton. The designated player, number 6, Miranda Barker, hits in the 3-hole, followed by the third baseman, number 12, Brianne Coleman. The left fielder, number 9, Madison Thomas, will hit 5th. She'll be followed up by Brianna Herman playing first base, number 5. Number 18, Katie Bilbrey, will get the start in right field. She'll bat 7th. The catcher, number 10, Madison Birch, she'll get the start in the 8th slot. And in the circle today, for the Spirits will be number 2, Kayla Ogle. And then the flex player today playing center field will be number 8, Hannah Thompson. Averett's entering today after 2 wins, picking up a 3-2 walk-off victory in the bottom of the 9th inning just a few minutes ago across at Field 3, while Salem's coming off a win yesterday. They lost earlier in the day to number 1 ranked team in the West Side, Maryville College, by a final of 9-3. So we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we'll have a leadoff pitch. And welcome back for first pitch as the leadoff hitter, third baseman number 16, Kaylin Aheron, will step in for her first plate appearance of the day. Aheron hitting .410 on the year, leading the Cougars in average. Does have 50 hits, second on the team, as that's going to be just in the dirt for a ball. It's going to put the count here at 1-0. Aheron, second on the team with 7 home runs, does have 6 triples, 20 RBIs on the season. Missed 2 months back in the beginning of the year, but really started to come alive with the bat as of late. Second pitch here from Ogle. Swung on, popped up behind shortstop. That's going to get down for a leadoff single here, as the Cougars will have a runner on first, with the right fielder, number 13, Aaron Rankin, stepping into the box.
Up to bat, number 13, Aaron Rankin.
Rankin, a freshman out of California, one of 3 natives of California. As it looks like the home plate umpire has called timeout, wants to get something in the Salem dugout back inside. Rankin, bat's coming alive a little bit as of late, hitting .319. Did win Freshman Player of the Week on several occasions this year. Rankin, 3 home runs, 3 triples, 38 hits on the year, has driven in 19 runs. As she'll take the first pitch called strike, as Aheron will take off for second base and get in safely. It's going to go down as the 19th stolen base on the year for Aheron, as it will be an 0-1 count here to Rankin. Cougars have a runner on second here with nobody out in the top of the first inning. As that's going to miss high, even the count here at 1-1. 1-1 offering to Rankin. Called to strike, low in the zone at the knees. Rankin played outfield mostly for the Cougars this year, shifting from right field to start the year to center field as of the past couple of weeks, shifting back to right field throughout this tournament as Taylor Hodges has got the start in center, as she'll foul that one back out of play. Count's going to remain here 1-2. Hannah Thompson waits on deck. Red hot throughout the conference tournament. One-two offering to Rankin. Hit over to third base. Bob a little bit. But fired across by Coleman for the second out here. Or excuse me, the first out here in the top of the first inning.
Number 15, Hannah Thompson.
Aaron remained at second on that, but that's going to bring up Hannah Thompson for her first plate appearance. Thompson hitting .396 on the year, leads the team with 8 home runs, 55 hits, and 40 runs batted in. As the first pitch from Ogle is going to miss up high out of the zone. Thompson red hot at the moment, as mentioned. 17 doubles on the year. As that's going to miss as well. Push the count here to 2-0. Huntington electing in the last game to pitch around Thompson on several occasions. Does have 2 home runs throughout the tournament. As that's going to be swung on, popped up to first base. And that's going to be pulled in by Herman for the second out here in the top of the first inning. As the catcher, number 12, Anna Coleman, steps into the box. Coleman, the hero in the Cougars' last game against Huntington, with a walk-off single into the right center field gap. Scoring pinch runner Micah Patterson for the win. As Ogle's first pitch is going to be a called strike on the outside corner. Coleman hitting .310 on the year. Does have 44 hits, 8 doubles, 3 home runs, and 21s driven in. Went a little cold at the end of the season, but has picked it up throughout this weekend's tournament as she hits that over to shortstop. Good play over there by Tecunto as she'll pull that in for the third out. Had a range quite a ways down the line there, but Aver puts a runner on in the top of the first inning, but are unable to push anything across. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Score remains 0-0 when we return. And welcome back as Taylor Bailey just completed her warm-up tosses. She gets the start here for the Cougars in Game 9, third game of the day. Got the opening start early in the day, pitched well. Picked up her 7th victory of the year, enters the day 7-5 on the year. 57 1/3 innings pitched, has struck out 34. As her first pitch is going to be a call to ball low in the zone. Bailey enters with a 2.56 ERA on the year. Has been the Cougars' go-to number 2 option aside from Thompson. As that's going to nip the inside corner for a called strike, push the count here to 1-1. As that's going to miss down in the dirt. Count's going to run to 2-1 here. Cougars in Salem did play several weeks ago. Averett taking both games on the road at Salem College.
Whoever wins, I don't care.
2-1 offering, hit out to shortstop. That's going to take a hop up over Thompson. It's probably going to go down as a leadoff single, as that would have been a tough play to get the leadoff runner at first base. Salem's going to have a runner on first here, with a third baseman, number 43, Brittany Morton, step into the box.
Number 43, Brittany Morton.
Morton hitting .317 on the year.
Past 2 years.
Does have 40 hits, 4 home runs. Bailey offers and deliver. That's going to be knocked down in the dirt by Coleman. Coleman, an excellent defensive catcher behind the plate. Does have a strong arm. Morton does have 24 runs driven in on the year. DeCunto leads off first, as that's going to be hit down the left field line, is going to land. Mangum's going to give chase. She'll fire in. DeCunto's going to round third. Throw in from Thompson's not going to be in time. As Salem will take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. As Brittany Morton comes up with an RBI double down the left field line. As it looks like Averett coach Natalie Riekle is going to go to the bullpen early here, as she'll bring in the freshman number 22, Katie Sullivan. We'll take a brief break while Sullivan warms up, and when we come back, we'll resume action here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, no, there were 6 home runs. I literally
And
said
welcome
that.
back here
Averett turned us into home runs.
as freshman Katie Sullivan takes over on the mound here. Sullivan enters 4-2 on the year with a 3.26 ERA. Has pitched 53 in a 2/3 inning, striking out 49. Does have excellent stuff. As her first pitch
2 outs away from a perfect game against us.
will be fouled off by Miranda Barker, looking to lay down a sacrifice attempt there. Morton on second, following the double that drove into Kunto to give Salem a 1-0 lead here. Nobody out, bottom of the first inning. As that's going to be lined into the left center gap. Hodges is going to range over. Morton will round third. She'll score. And Barker will jog into second base with a second double of the game, of the inning, excuse me, for the Spirits. That will bring up the third baseman, number 12, Brianna Coleman, for her first plate appearance. Coleman hitting .461 on the year, does lead the team with 10 home runs. Has 11 doubles, 53 runs driven in, as that's going to miss outside for a ball. Leads the team with 46 runs driven in. 1-0 offering, swung on, fouled back into the fence. Evens the count 1-1.
I didn't even know it was going to come down here. Until Sean said, I'm not going. And then Nicole said, she's not going.
1-1 offering here from Sullivan. Called strike outside corner. Count runs to 1-2.
Doing their jobs all year.
Salem really squared the ball up throughout the beginning of this game. as that's going to be hit out into right field. Rankin will range in, pull this in. No tag at second base from Barker, as that will be the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. That will bring up the left fielder, number 9, Madison Thomas.
Up to bat, number 9, Madison Thomas. Like, I don't even get
Thomas hitting .235 on the year,
program super successful.
12 hits and 51 at bats. Has driven in 3 runs
24 still refused.
as she swings on the first one for a called strike. Slap hitter out of the left side of the box. Hit out to Thompson at short. She'll look the runner back, fire across to Cawthon for the second out here in the bottom of the first inning. Good play over there by Thompson at shortstop to look Barker back at second and fire over to first base. Thompson does have a strong arm out there at shortstop, as that will bring up the first baseman, number 5, Brianna Herman. And she'll hit that out into center field. Hodges will range over, pull that in for the third out in the bottom of the first inning, but not before Salem scores 2 runs to take a 2-0 lead over Averett. We head to the top of the second inning when we return. And welcome back for the top of the second inning.
And that's what I'm saying. That's like us beating you guys.
The designated player, number 11, Bree Murphy, will get things started off here for the Cougars. Down 2-0 after the bottom of the first inning. Murphy hitting .301 on the year. Does have 22 hits and 73 plate appearances. 3 doubles. 1 home run. Has driven in 9 runs. As she hits that out into the right center field gap, it'll be chased down by Thompson. She'll fire back in to hold Murphy to a leadoff single here, top of the second inning. Job there by Murphy on the first pitch, opposite way into the gap. As we'll most likely have a pinch runner here. Good job out there, though, in center field by Thompson to range over and pull that in. Made a strong throw back into the cutoff man and Morton to keep Murphy to a single. As the looks like the flex, Taylor Hodges is going to come in to run for Bree Murphy.
Into pinch run for the Cougars. Number 10, Taylor Hodges.
Hodges, a senior, excellent speed. As Zamaya Mangum will step back in. The hero for the Cougars in Game 1 earlier today launched a grand slam over the left field fence. As Ogle's first pitch will sail high. Back pick over to first, but not in time. As Hodges got a little aggressive down the first baseline. Mangum hitting .265 on the year. Does have 5 home runs, 8 doubles, 27 hits, and 23 runs driven in. When she makes contact, she's known to carry it as she crushes this one down the left field line, but it's going to land just several feet foul. As we were talking about before that pitch, Mangum with excellent power when she can square one up. As that's going to be a check swing foul ball as it hits off the knob of the bat just below the hands of Mangum. Push the count here to 1-2. 1-2 offering to Mangum. Foul back out of play. Good job hanging. 1-2 offering again to Mangum. She fouls that one back out of play as well, as it will land on a neighboring field. Pitcher Katie Sullivan waits on deck. She replaced the starter Taylor Bailey back in the first inning. Sullivan, excellent pop as well. 3 home runs on the year. As that one's going to be fouled back straight into the fence by Mangum. Hanging tough here, 1-2. Ogles 1-2. Grabs the sign. Delivers. That's going to land in the dirt. Hodges elects to remain at first base. It's going to even the count here at 2-2 to Mangum. Two-two offering to Mangum. Swung on and missed for the first out here in the top of the second inning. As that will bring up the pitcher, number 22, Katie Sullivan, to the plate. As mentioned, Sullivan, 2 home runs on the year. Currently hitting .270, 10 hits and 37 plate appearances. As she'll take that for a strike on the outside corner. Hodges is going to take off, though. She'll go in safely to second base. Cougars now have a runner at second with 1 out in the top of the second inning. Looks like home plate umpire called that a ball. They appealed down to third base. Seeing if Sullivan did check her swing, and she did. Managed to hold up. Count's going to be 1-0 here to Sullivan. Hodges now at second for the Cougars. As that will miss high up in the zone. Count runs to 2-0. Cole Cawthon waits on deck for the Cougars. Cawthon, another one of the Averett players that does have excellent pop. As that's going to be swung through and missed. Counts 2-1. Cawthon, 3 home runs on the year. As Averett broke the record for home runs in a season back in game 1 of this tournament. Currently sitting at 33 on the year. As Sullivan will take that up in the zone. It's going to push the count here to 3-1. Hitters count. See if Sullivan gets something to hit here with a 3-1 count. 1 out, tops 2. As that misses down in the zone, Sullivan will jog down to first base. As the first baseman, number 21, Nicole Cawthon, steps in. Cawthon hitting .270 on the year. Does have 27 hits and 100 at-bats. 4 doubles, 3 home runs. Has driven in 14. First pitch to Cawthon is going to be up in the zone. Call the ball. Cawthon looking to drive a ball in the gap here. Cut into Salem's 2-0 lead. As she'll square around, but that's going to run inside and hit her. As they're going to call that a foul ball. Head coach Natalie Reekle is going to come down to check on her player. Cawthon, a little tough luck throughout the tournament so far, as hit the ball really well, just nothing to show for it, as great defensive plays throughout the past 3 or 4 games have really made a tough impact. Got robbed of a home run back by the Huntington center fielder back in game 1. And then just the last game got robbed several times on line drives in the gap, as she fouls this one back. Count's going to be 1-2 now to Cawthon. Ogle looks into the dugout for the sign. 1-2 offering here. Swung on, fouled back, out of play by Cawthon. That's going to hit the press box. Count remains 1-2 here to Cawthon, as that's going to be fouled back straight into the net. Cawthon seeing it well right now off Ogle. Fouled 3 balls straight back. Looking to put one in play here. That's going to be swung on, driven out to right field. Bilbrey will give chase. It will get down, hit off the fence. Hodges is going to round third. She'll score easily. Sullivan's going to move up to third base, as that's going to be a one-out single to deep right center field. Cougars are going to cut into Salem's lead here at 2-1. Good job there in 2-1 count by Nicole Cawthon, as when that left the bat, we thought it might have had a chance, but wind is blowing out that direction, but just not quite enough carry. As that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 17, Casey Cook, for her first plate appearance of the day, or of the game, excuse me. Cook hit .255 on the year. Does have 27 hits, 4 doubles, 2 triples, has driven in 10 runs. Been a very good staple for the Cougars in the 9-hole. As she'll take that for a call ball. We'll have as Cawthon will take off to second base. She'll get in with a stolen base. Salem electing to allow Cawthon to go to keep Sullivan back at third base. Sullivan looked like she was going to take off for home, but had to get back quickly to third, as that pitch was called a ball by home plate umpire. And that's going to be fouled back over the press box. Runs the count here to 1-1. Cook, a line drive hitter, does have good power to the gaps, can run well. Currently second on the team with 11 stolen bases. High school teammates of Caitlin Aheron, who's due up on deck. As mentioned, Cook has been a staple for the Cougars in the order, sliding mostly from second to shortstop. Has played a little bit of third base. Caught most of the time last year, but with freshman Anna Coleman playing really well behind the plate, Natalie Rico electing to get a strong defensive player out in the infield. Cougars do have Danny Kahn warming between innings, as that's going to get in for a called strike on the inside corner. Count's going to be 1-2 now to Cook. Hitting the gap, probably scores 2 here. Cook looking to give the Cougars the lead. She can come through with a hit. 1-2 offering, misses outside. Evens the count here at 2-2. As mentioned, Aheron waits on deck. As that's going to be popped up. Shortstop DeCunto is going to range back, pull it in. She'll fire home as Sullivan tagged up. And they're going to rule Sullivan safe at home plate, as that ties the game at 2-2. From our vantage point, it looked like Sullivan may have been tagged out. But home plate umpire says that she got up over the tag. He's now going to ask his counterpart to come in for a quick meeting here.
Please don't change it, because I have to go all the way up to 100 to get the score back.
We'll see if they elect to change that call here. They don't. They're going to call Sullivan safe at home plate. Not your typical tag up there, as that's going to go down as a P6 sacrifice. Not often a scoring decision you typically see there on a pop out to the shortstop, but
Number 16, Caitlin Aheron.
good heads up play there by the freshman to come in and tie the game, as Nicole Cawthon was able to move up 90 feet to third base. That will bring up the leadoff hitter again in Caitlin Aheron, red hot throughout these conference playoffs, as that's going to be hit on out into left field. The left fielder Thomas will range over, but that's going to land just out of the reach of the diving Thomas, as Aheron's going to have new life here. Down 0-1. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Score tied 2-2. Aheron second, fourth on the team with 20 RBIs, does have 7 home runs, 6 triples, and 14 doubles. As that's going to miss low in the dirt. Good stop there by Birch to keep Cawthon at third base. As mentioned, Ahearn did miss a couple weeks back in the middle of the season, but arguably probably one of the top hitters in the Cougars lineup. Excellent pop. As that's going to miss low in the dirt as well. Push the count here to 2-1. Junior third baseman looking to do damage here with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Ogle winds and delivers. Swung on by Ahearn, and that's going to get through the right side. She'll beat it out at first base as Cawthon's going to score. Averett's going to take a 3-2 lead here with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. That will bring the right fielder, number 13, Aaron Rankin, back around.
Number 13, Aaron Rankin.
Rankin in her second plate appearance of the day. Thompson waits on deck should Rankin reach. Ahearn is threat to steal. Already has 1 stolen base in the game. As that pitch is going to miss high. It looked like a pitch out there. As mentioned, Ahearn 19 stolen bases on the team on the year. Does lead the team. 1-0 offering here to Rankin. Swung on, hit out to left center field. That's going to hit off the fence. Probably missed a home run by a matter of a half an inch. Ahearn will score from first base to push the lead to 4-2 here as the freshman comes through for the Cougars, nearly hitting a 2-run home run. Looked like it hit just off the yellow ring on the 3-foot temporary home run fence, as that will bring up the freshman shortstop here, number 15, Hannah Thompson, as it looks like Salem's going to call timeout here. As Natalie Rico congratulates Rankin over there on a excellent hit. Going to get a mound visit here.
You know our athletic department protested taking the big bus up to Covenant? Because they said the driver said that they can't go up the hill. So we have to take
It looks like we're going to get back to action here. Probably taking a mound visit there. Settle down your starter here. Dangerous hitter in Hannah Thompson at the plate now. 2 home runs in the tournament. Excellent pop. Leads the team with 8 home runs. Has driven in a team-high 40 RBIs. Leads the team again with 55 hits. As that's going to be taken for a called strike on the outside corner. Good job there by Ogle to get ahead in the count. Rankin on second for the Cougars, following the 2-out double. As that's going to be swung on, hit out to center field. Thompson gives chase, but that's going to get over the fence. That's going to give Averett a 6-2 lead here. That'll be the 3rd home run of the tournament for Hannah Thompson, as she's making a case for tournament MVP at this point. She gets congratulated by her teammates here at home plate. That's going to be her 9th home run of the year, 42nd RBI, 56th hit. As we talked about between games, the freshman making a push for potential All-American accolades. 3-1 on the mound in this tournament, does have 3 home runs. As that brings up the catcher here in Anna Coleman, as we mentioned earlier in this broadcast, the hero for the Cougars back in Game 2 against Huntington. 2 outs here, top of the second inning. Averett leads 6-2 as that pitch misses high.
How big was that play though? At the plate?
As that's going to be swung on, hit out to DeCunto at shortstop. She'll fire across and be picked out by Herman. That will be the 3rd out here in the top of the 6th inning, or top of the second inning, excuse me, but Averett scored 6 runs in the top of the second to take a 6-2 lead. We head to the bottom of the second inning when we return. And welcome back as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Everett leading 6-2 over Salem College.
So do you guys
As the right fielder number 18, Katie Bilbrey, will step in for her second plate appearance of the day.
so is the middle one just basketball strictly? And then the right one is
As that's going to get fouled back into the screen. Correction, Bilbrey's first plate appearance of the day. Everett with 6 hits on the day. Salem with 3 in the opening inning. As that's going to miss down in the zone. Evens the count here at 1-1. One offering misses up in the zone, pushes the count to 2-1. As mentioned, Sullivan got the start in the conference opener for the Cougars against Huntington. Pitched well, as that's going to nip the outside corner, even the count here at 2-2. Kind of a tough luck win for Everett, as Sullivan gave up 4 runs, as that's going to be swung through.
no, I meant men's lacrosse.
That will be swung through for the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. As that will bring up the catcher here, number 10, Madison Birch.
To that, number 10, Madison Birch.
And that's going to be swung on, lined out into the left center field gap. That will get down for a 1-out hit. Birch will up her average from 286. As that will bring us to the pitcher here, number 2, Kayla Ogle. Her first plate appearance.
Kayla Ogle.
Ogle hit 281 on the year. 9 hits and 32 plate appearances, as she'll take that inside for a called strike. Has driven in 4 runs in limited at-bats. As that's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. It's going to push the count here to 0-2. As that's going to be hit out back up the middle. It will go down as a hit. Hodges will fire into Thompson at second. But not in time, as Bilbrey will move up 90 feet. Salem now has runners on first and second here with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. As it looks like Natalie Riekle is going to go back to the bullpen as she'll bring in the sophomore Danny Kahn. Must-win game here for both Salem and Everett. 1 loss apiece. Winner moves on to play Maryville tomorrow in the championship.
Pitching for the Cougars.
Loser will go home.
Danny Kahn.
Kahn takes over, as mentioned, 2-3 on the year. This will be her 15th appearance. Has started 6 games, 3.5 ERA. 32 innings pitched, has struck out 18.
Did they re-enter your DP? Okay, so it's still. They did? Okay. I didn't put that in.
So Kahn will take over for Sullivan. Colleagues and I up here in the press box discussing a couple lineup changes here. Kahn finishing her warm-up tosses. This will be her second appearance of the tournament. Appeared back in Game 1 against Huntington. Came in relief for Sullivan.
Up to bat. Number 17, Amanda DeCunto.
She'll face the red-hot Amanda DeCunto, who singled back in the first inning, came around to score the first run. DeCunto hitting 392 on the year, and she'll take that outside for a ball. DeCunto, 49 hits, 7 doubles, 1 home run, has driven in 11 runs. As she squares around, pulls back. Home plate umpire will call that a strike. Push the count here to, or even the count here to 1-1. DeCunto, 4 stolen bases on the year. in the leadoff slot. As that's going to nip the outside corner, push the count here to 1-2. I know my colleagues and I were just discussing between innings. DeCuto and Morton for Salem have been red hot throughout this tournament, as that's going to get fouled back out of play. As Averett Athletic Director Meg Stevens makes her way up to the field now. Coming back from lacrosse, across the way at LaGrange College. The 1-2 offering is going to miss on the outside corner. Good job there by Coleman to try to pull that one in. But just off the outside corner, evens the count here at 2-2. Ogle on first. Birch leads off second. It's going to be lined out to first base. Or excuse me, that's going to be chopped back to the pitcher. She'll fire over to first base, but that will move the runners up 90 feet here. 2 outs now in the bottom of the second inning. As that brings up number 43, Brittany Morton. She doubled back in the bottom of the first inning to score the first run. As that's going to be a call strike on the outside corner. Looks like Averett electing to stay away from DeCuto and Morton throughout these 2 at-bats. As that's going to miss just off the outside corner. Looked awful good up here in the press box, but home plate umpire said it was probably just a little bit outside. Evens the count at 1-1. 1-1 offering, misses low. Barker waits on deck should Morton reach here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Averett looking to keep the score at 6-2. Salem has runners on second and third. It's going to run inside. Almost hits Morton. But a good job there by Coleman to knock that down to keep the runner at third. Three-one count here. As that's going to be fouled back. Runs the count here to full to Morton. Morton came into the game hitting .317, but doubled back in the bottom of the first inning, as previously mentioned. She'll take that low for ball 4. That will load the bases. They're going to back pick to Thompson, as they're going to get that. That's going to go down as a 2-6-5 pickoff, as they're going to get, looked like Ogle getting off second base. That's going to end the bottom of the second inning following the walk. We're going to head to the top of the third inning when we return. Averett leading 6-2. And welcome back as we head to the top of the third inning. Averett leads Salem 6-2. Ogle returns for her third inning of work. As the designated player number 11, Bree Murphy, steps in for her second plate appearance of the day. Averett coach Natalie Reekle meeting with coach or home plate umpire here. As Murphy walked back in the second inning. Was replaced by Taylor Hodges in the flex slot, who came around to score the first Averett run. Murphy hitting .301 on the year. Does have a home run. Has homered in this park back in the past. As she's going to take that outside for a called ball. I'd have to double check with Drew Wilson on that one, but I believe it was last year that Bree Murphy actually homered here. As she'll take that low in the zone. Correction, it was 2 years ago in the NCAA Regional that she homered. Two-0 count here to Murphy. Going to be a called strike on the outside corner. Good job there by Ogle, nipping the corners after being down 2-0. Also a good job there by Birch behind the plate to grab the corner. 2-1 offering here to Murphy. Going to be taken down in the zone. It's going to push the count here to 3-1. Hitter count here for Bree Murphy. Zamaya Mangum waits on deck for the Cougars. As that's going to miss high on the outside corner. Murphy's going to jog down to first base with a leadoff walk here in the top of the third inning. As that's going to bring up the left fielder number 23, Zamaya Mangum, for her second plate appearance. Mangum will take that low in the zone for a ball. Murphy on first, Mangum at the plate. 1-0 offering, knocked down in the dirt by Birch. Count's going to run to 2-0 now to Mangum. This is the final game here of Saturday. Championship Sunday tomorrow. Winner moves on. That's going to be hit out to third base, fielded by Coleman. She'll fire over to first. Or excuse me, she'll fire over to second. Mangum will reach on a fielder's choice. That will go down as the first out here in the top of the third inning. They'll erase the leadoff walk from Murphy. As the pitcher, number 7, Danny Kahn, will step in. Kahn, .250 on the year, does have 1 hit and 4 plate appearances. As she'll take that for a called strike. Did pick up her first collegiate hit about a month ago against Roanoke. As she'll take that for a called strike on the outside corner. Count runs to 0-2 now to Kahn. Mangum on first. 0-2 offering, swung through and missed. That will be the second out here in the top of the third inning. As the first baseman, number 21, Nicole Cawthon, makes her way to the plate. Cawthon put a charge into one back in the top of the second inning. Hit off the right field fence. As mentioned earlier, Cawthon a little tough luck throughout these conference games as she's put a charge into several balls, but great defense as that's going to get in for a called strike on the outside corner. Has managed to keep the junior off the base pass. And that's going to be lined back to the pitcher, Ogle. She'll regain herself, fire over to first base, as that will be the third out here in the top of the third inning. We head to the bottom of the third inning when we return. Averett leads Salem 6-2. And welcome back as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Designated player number 6, Miranda Barker, will lead things off here. Barker currently leads the team with a .476 batting average. 59 hits, 12 doubles, has driven in 31 runs. Tied with the team high 38 runs scored, as that's going to miss outside for a ball by Kahn. Barker also the top pitcher on the Salem staff, 13-6 with a 2.2 ERA. And she'll ground that over to Ahearn at third. She'll fire across to Cawthon. And they're going to call her off the base, as that's probably going to go down as an error on the first baseman. They're going to rule that an error on the third baseman. That's going to allow Barker to reach.
Up to bat, number 12, Brianne Coleman.
And that will bring up Brianne Coleman. Coleman doubled back in the first inning as she fouls that one off. Coleman also hitting well above the 400 mark this year at 461. Does have 11 doubles, leading the team with 10 home runs. So excellent pop here in the 4 slot for the Spirits. 0-1 offering, misses outside, evens the count here at 1-1. Barker does lead the team with 6 stolen bases, so she is a threat to run. That's going to be swung on, hit out to left field. That will go down as a single. Going to move Barker up 90 feet. Salem's going to have runners on first and second now. Nobody out at the bottom of the third inning.
Up to bat, number 9,
That will bring up the left fielder, number 9, Madison Thomas, for her second plate appearance. Slapper from the left side. Thomas 0 for 1 on the day. She hits that back to the pitcher. Kahn fires over to first. They'll get the first out here in the bottom of the third inning. But Salem moves up 90 feet. Barker moves up to third. Coleman up to second. Spirits have runners on second and third here with 1 out.
Up to bat, number 5, Brianna Herman.
Now up to bat, the first baseman, number 5, Brianna Herman. Herman 0 for 1 on the day, as that's going to miss off the outside corner for a ball. Averett looking to escape a jam here with runners on second and third with 1 out. It's going to be hit over to third base. Ahearn's going to look the runner back, fire to first. You're going to fire home, but Barker's going to slide in ahead of the tag from Coleman. As Salem's going to cut into Averett's lead now at 6-3. Coleman's going to move up 90 feet. Good job there by Ahearn to look the runner back. But Barker, with excellent speed, managed to get in ahead of the tag as Cawthon made a decent throw to home plate. But a good heads-up slide there. Got around the tag of Coleman. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third inning, as that's going to be hit over into foul territory. Ahearn knocks it down to keep it foul. Would have been a tough throw there. Right fielder number 18, Katie Bilbrey, now at the plate. 0-1 count to Bilbrey. Coleman on third. 2 outs. That's going to be taken for a called strike on the outside corner. Kahn gets ahead of Bilbrey. 0-2 now. That's going to miss low on the outside corner. Good 0-2 offering, but not fooling Bilbrey. 1-2 offering to Bilbrey. Swung on, hit out to Cook at second. That's going to go under her glove. That's going to allow Coleman to cross. Salem cuts into the Cougars' lead, 6-4. That'll probably go down as an obvious E4 to the second baseman, allowing Bilbrey to reach now. Still 2 outs, bottom of the third inning. Salem has scored 2 runs so far.
Number 10, Madison Birch.
As that brings up the catcher, number 10, Madison Birch. Birch 1 for 1 on the day. That's going to miss on the outside corner. Looked like Cook was trying to play the hop potentially, but ball stayed true. As that's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. Counts 1-1 now. Cougars have played well defensively today, but now have 2 errors in the 3rd inning. As that's going to be lined out over the head of Ahearn. Mangum will range over, pull it in, fire into Thompson. That's going to go down as the 2nd hit for the day off Birch. As that will bring up the pitcher, number 2, Kayla Ogle.
Up to bat, number 2, Kayla Ogle.
Ogle 1 for 1 on the day. Got picked off between 2nd and 3rd to end the bottom of the 2nd inning. Kahn's delivery is going to be a called strike on the outside corner. Pitcher looking to help her cause here. She's going to hit that out to second base. It's going to be pulled in by Cook. She'll fire over to Cawthon. That'll be the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Salem scores 2 runs to cut into the Cougars' lead at 6-4. We head to the top of the 4th inning when we return. And welcome back as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Averett leading 6-4 over Salem College. Second baseman Casey Cook steps in for her 2nd plate appearance of the day. Cook 0 for 0 on the day. Did hit a sacrifice pop-up to the shortstop back in the 2nd inning. As that's going to get in for a called strike on the outside corner. Cook looking to do a job here in the 9 spot. Get on for the leadoff spot, and Ahearn up next. As that's going to be hit out up the middle. Going to be pulled in by DeCunto. She'll fire across to Herman as they'll get Cook for a leadoff out. Great play up the middle there by DeCunto. Ranging over, diving up the middle, and then getting up and making a strong throw across the diamond. As that's going to turn over the lineup here for the Cougars. As the first base umpire sweeps off the bag as Cook went diving in head first. This will bring up Kaylin Ahearn for her 2nd plate appearance, 2 for 2 on the day. As that's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. Ahearn got the start for the Cougars on the mound back in Game 2 against Huntington. Pitched well for not having pitched for a while. As she hits that through the left side for a 1-out single. Thompson will fire back in. Cougars now have a runner on first with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. In the leadoff hitter in Kaylin Ahearn. As mentioned previously in this broadcast, Ahearn 19 stolen bases on the year. Is a threat to run at this moment. Ranking up at the plate. Did put a charge into one back in the 2nd inning. Hit off the fence. Just nearly missed a home run by a matter of inches. as that's going to get outside for a called strike. Rankin looking to come through again here for the Cougars. Similar situation back to the second inning following a single by A. Heron. As that's going to miss low on the outside corner. Evens the count here at 1-1.
2 pitchers, 1 pitch.
Rankin, excellent pop, 3 home runs on the year. A. Heron takes off for second. She'll get in ahead of the tag safely. Looked like that missed low down in the zone, running the count to 2-1 here. The Cougars now have a runner in scoring position, with the dangerous hitter in Aaron Rankin at the plate. 2-1 count, says the home plate umpire. As that's going to be swung on, hit over to third base. A. Heron will have to freeze. Coleman makes a strong throw across the diamond, though, to get Rankin for the second out here at the top of the 4th inning. Well hit ball there by Rankin, but excellent play there by Coleman to dig the one hopper out of the dirt, and strong throw across the diamond. As Hannah Thompson steps in, she homered back in the second inning. As she's going to rip that out to shortstop. It's going to get over the glove at DeCunto. A. Heron's going to round third. She'll head in. Thompson's going to slide into second base. Looks like that's probably going to go down as a 2-out double, as she was rounding second on the play. Cougars are going to take a 7-4 lead there. Hannah Thompson coming through yet again for the Cougars. Her 3rd RBI of the game.
Up to that, number 12, Anna Coleman.
As that will bring up Anna Coleman, currently 0 for 2 on the day. Coleman hitting in the 4th slot for the Cougars. As she pops this one up out behind the shortstop, and that's gonna get down. As she'll slide into second, that's gonna go down as another back-to-back 2-out double here for the Cougars. When it left the bat, it looked like it was gonna be a routine pop-up to the shortstop, but wind blowing out to left field carried it just in front of the slide of Thomas out there in left field, and Thompson taking off with 2 outs in the inning. Excuse me, she scored easily. As we're gonna have timeout called. Looks like Salem's gonna opt to probably go to the bullpen here. Do have action, a lefty warming up down out behind the left field fence. Bree Murphy waits at the plate, pending the situation here.
The other one's been warming up for 2 days.
Correction, lefty's still warming. Looks like she'll finish, but Salem opting to go to the right-hander here, it looks like, as the designated player, Miranda Barker, will come into the game to pitch now. Looks like that will probably drop the flex for the Spirits, as Barker is hitting in the 3 slot.
Now pitching for the Spirits, number 6, Miranda Barker. He brought up water.
Barker, 13-6 on the year, currently leads the team in wins and a 2.2 ERA, has pitched in 127 in the 3rd innings, striking out 98 batters, limiting opponents to a 255 average. She'll face Bree Murphy here, the designated player for the Cougars. Pinch runner in for Averett, as Micah Patterson's going to take over at second base.
Bree Murphy.
As the first pitch is going to miss inside to Murphy, count 1-0 now. Zamaya Mangum waits on deck. One 1-0 offering to Murphy, swung through and missed. Count now 1-1. Patterson with excellent speed out there at second base for the Cougars. Does have 11 runs scored on the year. Been used pretty much exclusively as a pinch runner. Does have 5 plate appearances, though. As that's going to be taken for a called strike. Pushes the count now to 1-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Averett leading Salem 8-4. Barker winds and delivers. 1-2 offering taken high in the zone by Murphy. Count evens up now at 2-2. Excellent weather here today from the Schufert Complex. Wind blowing out to left field as mentioned. 2-2 offering to Murphy. Swung on, hit out to DeCunto at short. She'll fire across for the 3rd out here in the top of the 4th inning, but not before Averett's turf scores 2 runs to take an 8-4 lead. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning when we return. And welcome back. So we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The leadoff hitter, number 17, the shortstop, Amber DeCunta, will get things started here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch was called, the ball on the outside. Second pitch is going to get in, even the count here at 1-1 for a called strike. As the Averett women's and men's tennis team Saunders in here now. DeCunta one for 2 on the day, as that's going to miss inside for a ball as well. Count now 2-1. Two and one offering from Kahn. Hit back to Kahn. She'll fire across for Cawthon for the 1-3 putout for those of you scoring at home for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As that will bring up the second baseman, number 43, Brittany Morton. Morton hitting .317 on the year. She lines that through the left side. Going to be cut off out by Mangum in left field. She'll fire into Coleman, or Thompson. That'll be Morton's second hit of the day.
Up to bat, number 6.
Scots now have Spirits now have a runner on first base. As the pitcher, number 6, Miranda Barker, takes over in the box. Started out at the designated player role, but switched to the mound last inning. She fouls this off down the 3rd baseline. Arguably the Spirits, number 1 arm in the circle. And top hitter here in the 3 slot. 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Morton on first. 0-1 offering. Taken for a ball off the outside corner. Wind shifted out to right field now. Been swirling a little bit throughout this last game, shifting from right to left, back to right. As that's going to be swung on, fouled off down the 3rd baseline. Pushes the count now to 1-2. Barker steps back into the box. 1-2 count. Kahn winds and delivers. Lines out to second base. They'll fire back into first. And that will go down as a line out to the second baseman. She's going to double off Morton at first. And that will end the inning. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Averett leading 8-4 when we return. And welcome back as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Left fielder Zamaya Mangum will step in here for the Cougars to lead things off. Mangum 0 for 2 on the day. Has hit the ball well in 2 plate appearances. Nothing to show. As I believe she lined out back to left field in her first plate appearance. Pitcher Danny Kahn waits on deck as that misses down in the zone to Mangum. One 0 offering to Mangum's taken for a ball up in the zone. Count now 2-0. As that's going to be swung on, lined out into the left field gap. Thomas will range over, cut that off, and hold Mangum to a leadoff single here to open the top of the 5th inning. Good job there by Mangum to get a pitch in the zone that she could do something with and lined it into the left center field gap. But another great play out there by Thomas in left field to range over and cut that off. As if that got to the fence, it probably would have been a leadoff double for Mangum. Danny Kahn steps in for her second plate appearance since coming in as she swings through the first pitch. Kahn 1 for 5 on the year, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Primarily a pitcher being forced into a hitting role here as that will be swung through and missed. Count now 0-2 to Kahn. As that will be taken for a ball in the outside corner. Averett looking to add a couple insurance runs here in the top of the 5th inning, leading 8-4. Barker grabs a sign from the dugout, wind blowing straight out to center field. Wines delivers. That's going to be fouled back into the fence, or into the screen, excuse me, by Kahn. Count's going to remain 1-2. One-two offering, fouled back again. Kahn hanging tough here with 2 strikes, nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. Mangum at first base for the Cougars. As that's going to be swung through and missed for the first out here in the top of the 5th inning. First baseman number 21, Nicole Cawthon, walks to the plate now. Cawthon 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI.
I bet you she would have struck out, but then she kept going first.
First pitch here to Cawthon. Taking the low in the zone for a ball.
Pinch runner.
When it looks like we're going to now have a pinch runner over at first base as number 9, Mallory Griffiths, will come in to replace Zamaya Mangum. We'll have to wait to see between innings, but maybe a defensive substitution for the Cougars. Natalie Reekle maybe electing to go with the defensive specialist out there in left field. But for now, she will be on as a pinch runner. Excellent speed.
Mariah should be stable. What is it, Mariah or Mallory? Mallory Griffiths. Pinch running. Mallory Griffiths.
Griffiths, 8 stolen bases on the year, has been caught once. Threat to run now with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Cawthon at the plate. As she does take off, she'll slide in ahead of the tag. As it looked like that ball missed up in the zone to Cawthon.
Oh, runner left early.
As looks like they're now going to call Griffiths out for leaving early.
So you put in RLE.
Early? That's a 3U, right?
It's an RLE. You don't count it as such.
But you gotta get the out.
As that's going to go down now as the second out here in the top of the 5th inning. Going to erase the leadoff hit by Zamaya Mangum. As the count's going to be 1-0, no pitch there to Cawthon. As she's going to hit that back to the pitcher. Barker's going to fire on to Herman at first, and that will go down as a third out here in the top of the 5th inning. Cougars strike for a leadoff single, but are unable to push anything across. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning when we return. And welcome back as the third baseman. Brianne Coleman steps in for her third plate appearance. Coleman 1 for 2 on the day. Struck for an RBI double back in the first inning. She'll face Kahn as the first pitch from Kahn gets in for a called strike. Thomas waits on deck here for the Spirits. As that's going to be hit back up the middle, pulled in by Thompson. She'll fire across to get the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Good play out there by the freshman shortstop to range up the middle. Turned around. Tough, not an easy throw for viewers at home, and made a strong throw across the diamond to get Coleman, who does run well. As that will bring up the left fielder, number 9, Madison Thomas, the slap hitter out of the left side. Thomas 0 for 2 on the day as she swings through the first pitch from Kahn. Cougars going with a defensive replacement in the bottom of the 5th inning as Griffiths, who came in to pinch run for Mangum, will stay in to play left field as that's going to be swung through as well. Count now 0-2 to Thomas. Coach Natalie Reekle, as we talked about back in the top of the 5th inning, electing to go with a little more defense now in left field. as that's going to be fouled off down the first baseline. Cougars do have two excellent speed gloves out in the outfield, Griffiths and Hodges in center. Hodges ranges well, Griffiths runs well. Both decent arms. Of course, you got Rankin out there in right field, as that's going to be fouled off. Count's going to remain 0-2 still. We've already seen the strong defensive play from Salem early in this game with Thomas out in left field. And then DeCunto ranging up the middle at shortstop. As that will be swung on and missed. Coleman will fire down to first base for the strikeout swinging 2-3 putout. That will go down as the second out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. As the first baseman, number 5, Brianna Herman, steps in for her third plate appearance. Currently 0 for 2 on the day. Does have an RBI as she fouls that one off down the third baseline. Kahn working ahead of batters since entering the game. I'm sure if you asked a lot of baseball and softball experts, getting ahead in the count is really beneficial to a pitcher. As that's going to miss outside. Evens the count here at 1-1. And that will be swung through. Like they called that a foul ball. Runs the count now to 1-2. Home plate umpire getting out there quickly to let Coleman know it was a dead ball. Cougars 1 strike away now from getting out of the fifth inning. Trying to preserve an 8-4 lead. As that will just miss off the outside corner. Evens the count now at 2-2. Excellent location there by Kahn with a 1-2 count. But not fooling Herman. As she'll go back to a similar location on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Score is going to remain 8-4 Averett when we head to the top of the sixth inning when we return.
Number 17, Casey.
We head to the top of the sixth inning now. Averett leading Salem 8-4 as the second baseman Casey Cook steps in for her third plate appearance of the day. Cook over 1 following a sacrifice pop-up back in the second inning to score the second Cougars run. Correction, I believe is the fifth Cougars run, as that's going to get in for a called strike. Cook looking to reach base here. That's going to miss up in the zone. He uses the count now at 1-1. Sort of used as a second leadoff for the Cougars down there in the 9 slot with Ahearn waiting on deck in the leadoff role. As that's going to be swung through and missed. Count now even 2-2. Or count now pushed to 1-2. Correction, sorry. As mentioned, Ahearn waits on deck. 1-2 offering here to Cook. Swung on hit down the third baseline, but that's going to get foul. Count's going to remain at 1-2.
Well, too.
Cook with new life. Looking to do a job for the Cougars here in a leadoff role in the top of the 6th inning. That's going to be hit out into right field. The right fielder, Bilby, will range over. She'll pull that in for the first out at the top of the 6th inning. Good read off the bat out there by Bilby in right field.
Up to bat, number 16, Caitlin Ahearn.
Had a range over into right center to pull that in for the first out. This is the lefty third baseman, Kaylin Ahearn, steps in. 3 for 3 on the day. As she hits this out into the left side, that's going to get through, get by the left fielder in Thomas, and that will allow Ahearn to move up another 90 feet to second base. That will probably go down as a single through the left side for the junior, but the bobble out there in left field by Thomas will probably go down as an error, allowing Ahearn to advance another 60 feet.
Up to bat, number 13, Erin Rankin.
As that will bring up the right fielder, number 13, Aaron Rankin. Rankin 1 for 3 on the day, does have an RBI as she swings through the first offering from Barker. Ahearn, excellent speed out there at second base. Ball in the gap, probably will score her. Cougars looking to add a run on here, as that's going to be hit out into left field. Thomas ranges over, camps under it. She'll pull that in for the second out. Ahearn fakes the attempt at third. They'll fire into Coleman. But Salem gets the second out here at the top of the 6th inning, as that brings up the red hot number 15 shortstop Hannah Thompson. Thompson 2 for 3 on the day with 3 RBIs. Homeward back in the second, as she'll take that for a ball on the outside corner. Salem maybe looking to opt to pitch around the right-hander here, with Coleman waiting on deck. Thompson, as you'd say in baseball terms, seeing beach balls right now, as it looks like they are going to intentionally walk Hannah Thompson here to put runners on first and second.
Like I said, I've seen people get hits off of it.
As Thompson will jog down 90 feet.
Up to bat, number 12, Anna Coleman.
As Anna Coleman will step in for her third plate appearance of the day. Coleman 1 for 3. Drove in a run back in the 5th inning. As that's going to be swung on, hit out to center field. Thompson ranges over. She'll camp under that for the third out. Aver puts runners on first and second in the top of the inning. We're unable to push anything across. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Averett leading Salem 8-4 when we return.
16.
And welcome back as Danny Kahn returns for the bottom of the 6th inning.
Up to bat, number 18.
The right fielder, number 18, Katie Bilbrey, steps into the box. Her 3rd plate appearance of the day. Currently 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Did make an excellent play out right field last inning as she fouls this off down the left field line.
Wish we'll take Corey out there and get some more coverage.
0-1 count here to Bilbrey. Kahn winds and delivers. And that's going to be fouled off down the right field line. Bilbrey down 0-2. That's going to miss off the outside corner. 1-2 now. As that looks like it was fouled off Bilbrey.
I don't know what's going on. I was just.
I know as a former player, that's not exactly what you'd call nice to take off the foot, as it does stun you for a few minutes. So it looks like home plate umpire is going to give her a minute to gain her composure. She's ready to go. Steps back into the box. 1-2 count here. Kahn winds and delivers. That's going to be swung through and missed. Coleman will fire down to first base. And that will go down as the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As the catcher, number 10, Madison Birch, steps in for her 3rd plate appearance. Birch 2 for 2 on the day. Seeing the ball really well here. As she fouls this one back out of play. Singled off Kahn a couple innings ago. As that's going to be hit down the 3rd baseline, fielded by Aher, and she'll fire across to Cawthon for the 2nd out. As that will bring up the designated player now, number 2, Kayla Ogle. Ogle got the start. As that will be taken for a ball on the inside corner. As that will be taken outside for a called strikes. Even the count here at 1-1. That will be hit back out to Kahn. She'll fire over to Cawthon for the 3rd out. Aver will hang on to a an 8-4 lead over Salem. We head to the top of the 7th inning when we return. And welcome back as the designated player number 11, Bree Murphy, takes over at the plate now. 1 for 2 on the day.
So Chris on the home run gave you 2 RBIs. It did. Okay. Just didn't credit the run.
As that will miss outside for a ball.
He just doesn't give the run.
As it looks like Hannah Thompson's going to head over to one of our neighboring fields to warm up for potentially the bottom of the 7th inning. As that's going to be hit out into center field. Thompson's going to range in, but it's going to drop just in front of her for a leadoff single. That will be Murphy's second hit of the game. As that will bring up the left fielder now, Mallory Griffiths. As it looks like Coach Natalie Riegel is going to elect to go for a pinch runner here. If I had to guess, it will probably be number 5, Bree Harris, probably coming in to run here. Which it is. It will be Bree Harris.
Pinch running for the Cougars. Number 5, Bree Harris.
As Lauren Johnson looks to come up into the on-deck circle. Looks like she will hit for Danny Kahn. As mentioned, Johnson now in the on-deck circle. She'll probably hit for Kahn, who is currently on the mound, hitting in the 7th slot. As Griffiths steps in. Could see a bunt here from Griffiths as she does get out of the box well. Slapper from the left side. Harris now on first for the Cougars. As that will be taken low in the zone for a ball. Averitt looking to add an insurance run here in the top of the 7th inning. Runner on first with nobody out. Barker winds and delivers. Bunt attempt by Griffiths. No good. They'll say she went around. Evens the count here at 1-1. Coleman cheating in at third for the Spirits, expecting a bunt. First baseman Herman as well, as she will square around, but that would be fouled off back to the backstop. Count now 1-2 to Griffiths. As that will be taken for a called strike on the outside corner. That will be the first out here on the top of the 7th inning. As the pinch hitter, number 2, Lauren Johnson, steps into the box.
Up to that, number 2.
Johnson hit well yesterday against Maryville. Currently hitting .208 on the year. Does have 5 hits and 24 at-bats. Limited to, as she hits that over to first base. It'll be fielded by Herman. She'll fire over to DeCunto at shortstop, but not in time to get Johnson at first base. As Johnson will reach here with 2 outs now on the top of the 2nd via fielder's choice, as the first baseman, number 21, Nicole Cawthon, steps in for her 3rd plate appearance. As mentioned, Johnson a little bit limited towards inaction at the plate due to injury early on in the year. Cawthon 1 for 3 on the day, does have an RBI. Johnson does run well as she takes off her 2nd, as she'll get in ahead of the tag. Good job there by Johnson to slide out around the tag of DeCunto. Excellent throw, though, by Birch. As Averett will now have a runner on second here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Cawthon looking to drive a ball in the gap. As she'll line that pitch back to the pitcher for the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning when we return. Averett leading Salem 8-4. Yeah, and welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Hannah Thompson will take over on the mound now for the Cougars. Lauren Johnson, who came in for Danny Kahn as a pinch hitter back at the top of the 7th, she'll slide into the shortstop role. As Salem will have 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 7th inning as the shortstop, number 17, Amanda DeCunto, steps in. As Thompson's pitch will be a called strike. DeCunto 1 for 3 on the day. As that's going to be hit out into right field. It's going to get down in front of Rankin. She'll hustle over, though, and pull that in. As looks like the first base umpire is going to call interference on Nicole Cawthon, the Cougars' first baseman, allowing DeCunto to advance another 60 feet up to second base now. As that will bring in the second baseman, number 43, Brittany Morton. Salem with a leadoff runner now on second base. No outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch to Morton. Misses outside low for a ball. Not a call you see called very often, but interference was on the first baseman. As that will be taken for a ball as well. They'll appeal over to the second base umpire, but they'll say that Morton held up. Count now 2-0 to Morton. As she'll swing through that one for the first strike. Two-one offering. Called strike 2. Evens the count now to 2-2. Breaking ball there by Hannah Thompson. 2-2 offering here from Thompson. Fouled off out of play down the right field line. See if Thompson elects to go back to the breaking pitch here. That's going to be fouled off back behind home plate. Count's going to remain now at 2-2. Morton hanging tough here with 2 strikes. facing the USA South Rookie Pitcher of the Year. Thompson 17-5 on the year, does have 2 saves. As that will miss high, pushing the count to full. Thompson winds and delivers, 3-2 offering. Fouled off again down the right field line. Morton's seen just about everything in Thompson's arsenal at this point. Three-two offering again from Thompson. Fouled back into the screen. Great battle here from Morton. 9th pitch of the at-bat. 10th to come. 3-2 offering again here to Morton. That will be taken low in the dirt. Morton will jog down to first base. Salem will now have runners on first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That will bring up the designated player, number 6, Miranda Barker. Correction, currently the pitcher now. Barker, the leading hitter for the Spirits, as mentioned early. Does have 31 RBIs. I believe it's now at 32 for the year. As she'll lay down a bunt, it'll be pulled in from Thompson. She'll bobble, fire down to first base. That's going to get by Cook. It's going to allow DeCunto to score. Morton's going to round. She'll be thrown out at home. But Barker's going to advance up to third base. Salem's going to add a run, cut into the Cougars' lead at 8-5. But Averett will get one out. As head coach Natalie Riegel is going to call timeout, come out to talk to her crew. As that will probably go down as a throwing error on the pitcher, allowing Barker to reach. Kuto came around to score from second on the play. Morton behind her, but a strong throw out there in right field from Rankin. Managed to get Morton at home plate for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Looks like the Salem head coach is out talking to the home plate umpire, possibly talking about Thompson blocking the plate at home. But they are going to allow the run to the out to stand, as Salem does score a run on the play. Third baseman number 12, Breanne Coleman, now at the plate, as she'll take a called strike on the outside corner. Coleman, 10 home runs on the year, as we mentioned earlier. Devastating power hitter in the 4-hole for the Spirits. 46 RBIs. As she'll foul that one back into the screen, down 0-2 now. Definitely the bat you want up here if you're Salem with a runner on third. Thomas waits on deck for Salem. O2 offering here from Thompson. Misses outside for a ball. Electing to stay away a little bit there from Coleman. Chase pitch just a little off the corner. One-two offering from Coleman. Changeup, foul back, out of play. Count remains now 1-2. Thompson's 1-2 offering misses high on the outside corner. He evens the count now at 2-2. 2-2 offering here from Thompson. Swung on, hit out to second base, fielded by Cook. Salem will score. Barker from third base on the RBI ground out. He cut into the Cougars' lead at 8-6. But Averett adds an out here. Now have 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. As it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here for the Spirits. As number 23, Stephanie, apologize at home, but Galito.
Up to bat, number 23, Stephanie Galito.
Nobody on here for the Spirits. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Thompson winds and fires. Called strike. Cougars 1 out away from advancing to the championship game tomorrow. They'll take on Maryville if they can hang on to this one. As that's going to be swung on, fouled off, out of play. Count now 0-2. Thompson 1 strike away. Not a save situation for the right-hander as she winds and delivers, as that's going to be fouled off again down the right field line. O2 offering here from Thompson. Looks in for her sign. Winds, delivers. As that's going to be fouled back straight into the fence. Galito hanging tough here. 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. 0-2 offering from Thompson. Swung on, fouled off down the right field line. Almost hauled in by a fan down there. It's like a bunch of the Maryville softball players down there, down on the right field line, scouting for tomorrow's championship. Thompson's 0-2 delivery. Changeup, called the ball. She wanted it. Looked like Galito thought it was strike 3 as well, but home plate umpire called it a ball. Count's going to be 1-2 now. As that's going to be fouled back into the screen. Count will remain again 1-2. Thompson's 1-2 offering, swung on, hit down the left field line. That's going to get by the dive of A. Heron. But Griffiths will range over on the line and pull that in to hold Galito to a 2-out single.
Up to bat, number 5, Brianna Herman.
As that will bring up the first baseman, number 5, Brianna Herman. Spirits battling down 2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as that's going to be swung through and missed. I'm sure Thompson's tired as she pitched 10 innings yesterday. I believe it was 10 innings yesterday, and then threw about another 4 earlier today, as that's going to be fouled back out of play. Her arm has seen several innings throughout this weekend's competition. Averett swapping out balls. O2 offering here to Herman. Thompson winds and delivers. That will run high outside. count now 1-2. Good job there by Herman to lay off the high outside fastball. 1-2 offering here from Thompson. That's going to be fouled back straight into the screen. Salem hanging tough here. Cougars needing just one out to hang on to an 8-6 victory. Salem doing everything in their power to stay alive. Change up in the dirt. Evens the count now to 2-2. Good offer there by Thompson. A little bit too low. As she reaches back for a fastball, that's going to be fouled back out of play. Thompson doing everything in her arsenal now.
That's what I'm saying.
2-2 offering from Thompson. Foul back again into the screen.
She had a 10-pitch.
Past two batters here from Salem, fouling off pitches left and right. I know as a pitcher out there on the mound, you're thinking to yourself, what do I need to throw to get these players out? 27 pitches now through the inning. Another 2-2 offering. Swung on, fouled out of play. If I had to guess, this is probably going to be the 9th or 10th pitch of the at-bat. My colleagues up here do confirm it is the 9th pitch of the at-bat. So back-to-back, nearly 10-pitch performances here.
I still can't get over that Huntington pitcher pitching pitches.
Thompson looks in, winds and delivers. 2-2 offering. Changeup hit out to right field. It's going to be popped up behind first base. Cook will pull that in for the third out. As Averett will hang on for an 8-6 victory. They'll advance tomorrow to take on Maryville College. I have to confirm with my colleagues, but I believe that starts tomorrow at 12 p.m. As it will be another battle between Averett and Maryville as they met in Game 2 yesterday. Averett managing to pick up 3 victories today to hang on to advance to the championship. For all my colleagues up in the press box, I'm Joseph Swanson. I want to thank you for tuning in to Championship Softball today from the USA South Conference. We'll welcome you to back tomorrow. Take care and good night.